Drake, you've repeated the same action twice now. You mentioned Virginia Williams, Pusha T's wife, and we all saw the fallout from that. Then you mentioned Whitney, who is Kendrick Lamar's wife's name. You need to be prepared for any reaction.
Drake, you did the same thing twice now. You mentioned Virginia Williams or whatever, Pusha T's wife, and you saw that the gloves off, and we saw what happened. You mentioned Whitney, and Kendrick Lamar's wife name is Whitney. You have to be prepared for anything.
So Drake's baby mama, Sophie Brousseau, the woman who said the OVO star got her pregnant last year, is now a painter selling her art through her own website. She used to be a video vixen doing softcore porn under the names Rosie Divine and French. But I feel like we have a lifelong connection. And you know, I love and support her unconditionally. And I'd like to think she feels the same way. She's an incredible woman who made me feel nervous, man. She made me feel small. She's an overwhelming presence, beautiful, talented, and with a personality that's almost intimidating. For the first time, a woman brought back the feelings I had when I was 17 or 18, and I appreciate that so much.
I think that we have a connection that's established for life, and that is that I love her and support her unconditionally, and I like to think that she feels the same way. And whenever
still fancy her though?
Do I fancy her? Of course. I mean, who wouldn't? Look at her, she's stunning. Of course I do. Yeah, no, she's incredible. But it's one of those things that it's a maybe one day, maybe not.
I'm 20. She is an amazing woman that made me feel nervous, man. She made me feel small. She's an overwhelming being. Like, she's beautiful and talented, and her personality is like, it's almost like scary. And for the first time, a woman just brought back that feeling of when I was 17 or 18, and I appreciate it so much.
But most importantly, we love the woman who hasn't changed since day one. I've been in love with her since I was 22 years old.
Most of all, we love the woman who hasn't changed since day one. She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
He's truly fantastic, a great friend, and a wonderful role model. We were texting just the other day, and he said, "I miss you so much." I replied, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to see him. I'm so excited. You and Drake, that's amazing. What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say about boys?
He's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. We just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited, yeah.
You and Drake? That's awesome. That's awesome.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice for boys?
That stays in the text messages.
I've been following the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake closely, and the main thing that caught my attention is what Kendrick has been revealing about Drake. You shouldn't trust him around your children. He's a weirdo. Kendrick Lamar mentioned in his diss track that Drake has a secret. There's a lot of strange stuff happening, and he's talking about the industry and these celebrities. I've been warning you, and this whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud is just a big distraction from the real issues happening right now in the world. We're in the end times. We're living in the last days. How can you not see that? But these little snippets of their battle, word for word, just keep you distracted from what's truly going on. The Bible is being banned, and freedom of speech is being taken away slowly, day by day. The New Testament is banned, and Kendrick said to be wary of Drake. Don't trust him around your children, especially underage ones. And as you can see, he's been dating underage girls. Don't trust him around your daughter. He already wears nail polish and looks feminine. I've told you, Drake is no good. You need to wake up, and Kendrick Lamar isn't any better anymore. They're all distractions. They're all going to burn out. I'm here to distract you, and I'll lead you anywhere except to hell. Take it or leave it.
I've been paying attention to the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. And the only thing that I cared about is what he has been exposing about Drake. You shouldn't trust him around your children. He's a pedophile. And then Kendrick Lamar said in his DISS, he has a secret. There's a lot of weird, shady going on. And he's talking about the industry. And he's talking about these celebrities. I keep telling you. And this whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef is a huge distraction from what's going on and happening right now in the world. We aren't in the end times. We're living in the last days. How do you want to accept that? But this whole these little snippets of these guys just battling, it's just causing controversies, word for word, back and forth, just to keep you distracted from what's really happening, what's really going on. The Bible being banned. Freedom of speech are getting to take away slowly and slowly, day by day. The New Testament is banned. And he said to be aware of pedophile Drake. Don't trust him around your children, underage children. And as you can see, he's been dating underage girls in the first place. Don't trust him around your daughter. He already wear fingernail polish. He already looks like a girl. I told you. Drake is no good. Y'all gotta wake up. And Kendrick Lamar is no good his damn self. None of them are. They all a distraction. They all gonna burn it out. I'm distracting you. And I'll lead you anywhere except to hell. Take it or leave it.
If you thought P. Diddy was the only one whose career is falling apart, think again. People are finally starting to talk about Drake and his obsession with minors. I'm from Canada, so naturally, I wanted Drake to succeed. But being honest with you, growing up in high school, 16, 17, 18, having a crush on the most popular girl in school, and then seeing her post from Drake's mansion all the time, seeing Drake in the follows, you can't imagine how demoralizing that is for a young teenage boy in Canada. So if I'm being real, I've been waiting for this guy's downfall for a while. I'm still going to listen to his music because it's great, but this is for the younger generation. They shouldn't have to deal with this.
So I'm from Canada, so obviously I wanted, Drake to win. But if I'm being real with you, bro, growing up in high school, 16, 17, 18, having a crush on the baddest girl in your school, and then seeing her post at Drake's mansion every single time, seeing Drake in the follows, you don't know how demoralizing that is to a young teenage boy in Canada. So if I'm gonna be real, I've been waiting for this guy's downfall for a minute. I'm gonna still bump his music because that shit goes crazy, but this is for the younger generation. They don't have to deal with that bullshit no more.
First off, Drake went on a date with an 18-year-old. It's a bit creepy, but it's legal. But come on, she was born in 2000, and he's with her in 2016, hanging out with her as soon as she turned 18. This blew my mind when I saw this. It's like he's pre-ordering, waiting for her to turn legal. This happened around May 5th, 2016. He linked up with her a week after she turned 18, so basically she was freshly 18. This really blew my mind. Is this your idol? That's the thing. He might still be my favorite artist, but I can't support this behavior.
First off, this like went on a date with an 18-year-old. It's a little creepy, but it's cool. She 18, whatever. It's weird, but it's legal. All right, bro. She was born in 2000, bro. Why the fuck is this flicked up with her in 2016, laying up on her, bro? And then as soon as she turned 18, they took her out on a date, bro. Dude, this shit blew my fucking mind when I seen this shit, bro. On God, this shit blew my fucking mind, bro. Like, dead ass, bro. This Drake is pre-ordering bitches, bro. He's dead ass pre-ordering, bro. And this, what, May 5th, 2016? Linked her a week after she turned 16. She basically freshly 16, bro. Like, God, like, what is this shit, bro? Bro, this shit, like, actually blew me when I seen this, bro. Is that your GOAT? That's the thing, bro. He's still, like, he is my GOAT, but I can't co-sign this, bro. Like, this is crazy.
No, that's not what it is. We never did anything like that. Drake might have the worst PR team ever because he keeps making mistakes that damage his career. It's like he won't stop until Kendrick completely overshadows him, turning him into a laughingstock. With all the petty moves, lies, corny lyrics, and serious allegations, Drake's latest tactic involves going after Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney, again. Yes, you heard that right. Drake is targeting Whitney in a shockingly petty and cowardly way. He hired a model who looks like her for his new OVO clothing line, referencing her appearance in Kendrick's viral diss track, Not Like Us. In the video, Whitney and their 2 children effortlessly shut down Drake's attempt to tarnish their family's reputation with her sleek dance moves. Drake is playing with fire because sources close to Kendrick suggest he's preparing to retaliate in a big way. Kendrick warned in Not Like Us that he could escalate things if provoked. This incident is just the beginning. Drake has a history of using women connected to his rivals to get back at them. He has targeted the wives, girlfriends, and even daughters of men he's had issues with, including Pusha T, DJ Mustard, Rick Ross, and recently Mos Def's daughter, who just turned 18. It's strange that whenever Drake gets into a beef, he immediately resorts to disrespecting his rival's partner. It's also worth noting that, nearing 40, Drake has never had a publicly acknowledged serious relationship. None of the women he's dated have stayed with him long-term, which raises questions. It's clear that Drake has a complicated relationship with women, and this doesn't get discussed enough. So why is Drake targeting Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney, again? Is Kendrick preparing another diss track in response? Let's break it down. Drake has been jabbing at Kendrick and his family for a long time. You'd think that after Kendrick publicly humiliated him and exposed his lies, Drake would back off and reflect on his actions. But no. Drake being Drake just can't seem to let it go. Now he's back at it, being petty and indirect instead of confronting Kendrick head-on. He's targeting Whitney again in a bizarre stunt that's far from clever. This isn't the first time Drake has gone after a rival's partner, and fans are speculating that Drake might be secretly jealous of Kendrick's life. Kendrick and Whitney, high school sweethearts, share a mature, drama-free relationship, something Drake seems unable to understand. It's starting to look like envy. Drake did something similar with Rihanna and Serena Williams, obsessing over them for years, but then dissing them and their partners once they moved on. Drake is acting like the stereotypical nice guy who insults a girl after she rejects him. What's his game plan here? Why drag Kendrick's fiancée into this mess again? Is he just being his usual petty self, or does he have another diss track ready? Drake's recent actions include hiring a model for his OVO clothing brand who bears a striking resemblance to Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney. Fans were quick to notice the similarity and criticized him, accusing him of being peculiar for targeting women instead of addressing Kendrick directly. One fan commented that Drake's behavior shows a disconnect from mature women and questioned the judgment of his marketing and PR team. Another remarked that targeting rivals' partners showcases Drake's pettiness. Drake initially referenced Whitney in his diss track, Push-Ups, with a double entendre, comparing himself to Whitney Houston and subtly jabbing at Kendrick's fiancée. In another track, Family Matters, Drake escalated his attacks, alleging domestic violence and questioning the paternity of one of Kendrick's children, despite having no evidence to support these claims. Kendrick responded in the music video for Not Like Us, where Whitney appeared joyfully dancing with their children, effectively countering Drake's narrative of her being a victim. Drake's attempts to malign Kendrick's family with baseless allegations and petty remarks have only solidified his image as someone unable to let go of grudges. it remains uncertain whether Kendrick will respond with another diss track or let his family's happiness speak for itself. However, if we entertain the hypothetical that Drake's claims about Whitney being a victim of domestic violence were true, then Drake's actions show a complete lack of sensitivity towards victims. Mocking Whitney by hiring a look-alike model for his OVO collection to ridicule her, if she were indeed a victim, would be reprehensible. In such a scenario, Drake should leave her alone and focus his grievances solely on Kendrick. This behavior is why many people are losing respect for Drake. Additionally, this is not the first time Drake has targeted the significant others of rappers he's had conflicts with. Whenever Drake feuds with another rap artist, he often involves their girlfriends or wives. He attacked Serena Williams after clashing with her ex, Common, and later insulted Serena directly by calling her husband a groupie. Drake used Nicki Minaj as a punchline in his diss tracks against Meek Mill, mentioned Pusha T's fiancée Virginia, and has continually shaded Rihanna and A$AP Rocky since Rihanna friend-zoned him. He even referenced The Weeknd's ex, Bella Hadid, in Family Matters, derogatorily. The list of women Drake has disparaged seems endless. This pattern raises the question of why Drake seems obsessed with maligning other men's girlfriends and wives. As he approaches 40, he has not had any publicly acknowledged stable relationships. Despite his fame, hit songs, and wealth, no woman has publicly claimed Drake as her boyfriend. This begs the question, why has no woman he supposedly likes or loves ever acknowledged him as her partner? Drake's strange love life is worth noting. Over the years, he's been linked to many famous women, including Rihanna, J.Lo, SZA, Kat Dennings, Hailey Bieber, and Tyra Banks. However, he has yet to have a long-term public relationship. The closest he came was with Rihanna, according to his own words. Rihanna, however, never publicly claimed him, and after their relationship ended, she did not even want to remain friends. While Drake's choice to live a bachelor lifestyle is his prerogative, the problem lies in his consistent habit of mocking other people's relationships and disparaging women he once seemed obsessed with. Take Rihanna, for instance. She moved on from Drake years ago and now has 2 children with A$AP Rocky, yet Drake continues to take shots at her like a bitter ex. In his 2023 album, For All the Dogs, Drake randomly brought up Rihanna, criticizing her in the track Fear of Heights. Despite their split happening years ago, he raps, "Yeah, and the sex was average with you. Yeah, I'm anti because I had it with you. Okay, I'm anti like your daddy's sister, anti like a family picture, and I had way better than you." How embarrassing is this? With all of his success, you'd think Drake would have better things to do than take shots at a woman who rejected him nearly a decade ago and has since built a family. But it doesn't end there. Drake also referenced A$AP Rocky in his lyrics, saying, "Why they make it sound like I'm still hung up on you? That could never be, girl. Can't ruin me. Better him than me." This whole cringe-worthy situation is even worse, considering Drake's long-standing, very public infatuation with Rihanna. While Drake was busy declaring his love, Rihanna never acknowledged him as her boyfriend. She treated him like a groupie, and after their fling ended, she publicly stated she didn't want to be friends with him anymore. However, Drake wouldn't take the hint. At the 2016 VMAs, Drake publicly professed his love for Rihanna while presenting her with the Vanguard Award. Her reaction made it clear that the feeling wasn't mutual. Fans quickly called out Drake for hijacking Rihanna's moment to make it about his feelings, and Rihanna shared the sentiment. In a Vogue interview, she revealed that listening to Drake's speech was incredibly uncomfortable for her. "I don't like too many compliments, and I don't like to be put on blast," Rihanna explained. She also made it clear that she has cut ties with Drake and no longer considers him a friend, saying, "We don't have a friendship now, but we're not enemies either." It is what it is. That interview was 6 years ago, and Rihanna hasn't mentioned Drake publicly since. Yet Drake continues to throw shade at her, as seen in his Kendrick diss track Family Matters, where he mocks Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, bragging about sleeping with her first and belittling Rocky for being a family man. Drake's messy love life aside, the allegations he faces are more concerning. Unlike the baseless rumors he spreads about Kendrick and Whitney, the allegations against Drake reveal troubling patterns. There are numerous instances of Drake befriending women and then pursuing them when they turn 18. Considering this track record, Drake mocking Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney, is just another low point. Did Drake think Kendrick would ignore this? It seems Kendrick was waiting for Drake to continue his antics so he could go deeper, as he hinted in Not Like Us. Now that Drake has targeted Whitney again, sources say Kendrick is preparing to retaliate with a new song that could expose not just Drake, but also some high-profile industry figures and their alleged misdeeds. Names like Universal Music's CEO, Lucian Grange, are being mentioned, and there are rumors that Kendrick aims to shake up the industry and expose all its deviants. Fans' reactions to Drake targeting Whitney again are predictable. They highlight Drake's deep-seated issues with women that he has never addressed. One fan commented that Drake doesn't feel respected and has deep insecurities that fame and money can't fix because his peers still see him as corny and lame. Essentially, Drake is like the high school kid who didn't have many friends and never got the girls. But after experiencing a glow-up, he still holds resentment towards everyone else despite his success. He uses women as pawns, often targeting those who wouldn't give him the time of day if he weren't famous. Another person added, "Women don't like him, and it pisses him off." Instead of trying to figure out why women don't like him and addressing those issues, he acts like they're the problem. If he weren't rich and famous, Drake might fit the profile of an incel. What do you think about Drake mocking Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney, once again? Why do you believe Drake acts this way towards women? Share your theories in the comments below, and be sure to tune in for the next video.